Man, YouTube is shady. Shady. Because that video was live. The sunset was popping. And they shut me down. They shut me down. They're always freezing. It's going to be my last time going live. But I'm going to get Wi-Fi soon. I'm going to get Wi-Fi. I move into a new place next week. Actually, this weekend. But I'm going to have Wi-Fi. When I have Wi-Fi, I'm going live all the time. Because there's no reason why I should be dealing with these smartphone issues. So sorry about those technical difficulties. We will figure this out. Team Magnificent, we will figure this out. We'll figure out Wi-Fi. We'll figure out Verizon Wireless. Even if it means I have to get a new phone, we'll figure it out. I'm supposed to have the fastest, most reliable wireless provider, but it cuts off whenever I do live stream. Probably because YouTube is shady and they know that I'm going to talk true, okay? Which is exactly what I'm going to do. So let me give you guys one more shot of the beach. One more shot before the sun sets. Okay, now, I will not make this too long. I do not want to make this too long. But I was really thinking, guys, like, I was wondering, okay, after that video that I made about the party switch, I got a lot of responses. People said that they were red pilled, they couldn't believe it. Other people were just happy that someone else finally agrees and sees the light, you know. And then there were some people that, only a handful of people, that tried to debunk it, you know, which I asked them to do. I asked them to come in the comment section and give me facts, give me names of people that switched. Let's talk this out. Let's talk about it. And, you know, when I think about it, when I think about this walkaway movement, this isn't political. This really isn't political. What we're dealing with right now in our society, not even just here in the United States, it's happening across the world, guys. This is good versus evil. What we're dealing with transcends politics. It transcends black versus white, Democrat versus Republican, you know, tall versus short, everything else that divides us. It transcends all of that. What we're dealing with is good versus evil. And I guess it's playing out politically because the Democratic Party has always been, they represent the dark side of human nature from the time that they owned slaves. Think about it. Think about the sin. They call it America's original sin. That came from them. Like, they owned slaves, they murdered people. You know, they believe in abortion. Those things are evil, guys. Those things are inherently evil. And now, like I said, the parties did not change. We can see it right now with the Democratic Party and their hostility, the constant attacks. I feel like every day there's a new story now about Antifa beat up this old person. Someone got hit with a brick for wearing a Trump hat. You know, that's evil. I'm not saying Republicans are perfect. I'm not saying that some people aren't evil, because evil's in our heart, right? We all have evil in our heart. We all have that because we're all human. But there's a part of our population across the globe, there's good people and there's bad people. It is binary. It's good and bad. And for those of us that are doing good, we know someone that's doing bad, or they support bad. They're on the side of evil. They don't know it yet. And that's what the walkaway movement is about. That really is what it's about, guys. It's about people who thought that they knew something. They thought that the party stood for them. They thought that it represented their values. And then they woke up and they dug their heels in and they realized, wait a minute, this is too far. In the Democratic Party, they've always moved the goalposts. They've always switched it up. They never really stood for anything. They never had any foundation. They used to want a wall on the Mexico border. They used to want a wall. Now they don't, right? They used to be, they used to think that there were only two genders, which there are only two genders, but now they think there are like 50-something. Think about what they control. They control the mainstream media, which is used to program us. Think about what I said in a previous video. When you turn on CNN, what do you see? You see like disparity, you see chaos, you see violence. That stuff is by design. Do you think they're ever going to show white firefighter rescued black family from burning building? No, they'll never show that, even though it's happening all the time. You know, good guys out there doing stuff. They're not showing you that because they want us divided. And I feel like unity is happening on the right now. You know, with the walk away movement, people are walking away. They're choosing love over fear because right now there's a lot of fear. I don't know if anybody caught Obama's speech earlier today, but that man, I swear, he said something like, you know, fear is in our politics like never before. Like not even 2 years ago, it wasn't like that. I'm like, yeah, it's because your party that you left or you still represent, they're the ones that are enforcing all this evil. You know, they're the ones invoking fear, and they're using violence and intimidation. Think about it. Antifa, that's a domestic terrorist group. How is that any different from the Ku Klux Klan? Back in the day, the Ku Klux Klan, that was the Democrats' enforcement arm. They used threats, intimidation, and violence to enforce their racist, evil Jim Crow laws. They were lynching people, and now what are they using? Antifa. And let's not even call it the Democratic Party anymore. They've dissolved. The Democratic Party has dissolved into basically just radical leftists. That's really what it is. And Antifa is their enforcement arm. The mainstream media, that's their propaganda arm. And our public schools and our colleges, that's their indoctrination arm. These things are all connected to the left, all of them. And there's evil within all of them, right? Let's talk about school. A lot of people in the comment section in my last video, because I've been looking at those comments, a lot of people in the comment section were talking about how, oh Mike, you should talk more about like indoctrination and what kids are learning. Yeah, we really need to talk about that. Why are kids, elementary kids, learning about sexual positions? Why are we teaching them that there are more than one gender and they can pick their gender? Why are we teaching kids that? I grew up just fine without learning that. I don't understand why we're teaching that now, but I do understand. You guys understand. I just covered it. It's rooted in evil. There's nothing to be gained from, you know, going against science, going against God. They have purged our society of its traditional elements. They took God out of our society. You know, it's like I woke up one day, you know, I was just kind of ho-humming along, just towing the line of identity politics. I was just in with the crowd because that's the thing. The Democratic Party and the left, really the radical left, all the left, that's the popularity side. Think about it. You have Hollywood, you have celebrities. Look at what's going on in Hollywood. The Me Too movement, the Harvey Weinstein, like that stuff is like satanic in nature. And on this side, you know, people are standing for something. This is why if it does have to play out politically, which it will play out politically, you know, I'm going to vote Republican. I'm registered Republican. I'm pretty sure everyone watching this is either registered Republican, they're going to vote Republican. But the Republican Party is the party of Christianity. It's the party of morals. Morals come from believing in something higher than yourself, God, you know. It's faith. It's belief in good. It's the belief in good. It's positivity. You know, it's uplifting. It's spiritual. On the other side, it's like anti-religion. Anything goes on the left. Anything goes. You want to believe in Satan? Cool. You know? And to be fair, I'm not going to like go shun someone or thump them in the head with a Bible. That's not my style at all. However, I'm not going to associate with that. I should really do live stream instead of video. I tried to make video earlier, but I just kept doing like, oh no, I gotta go back, I gotta start over. But when is that? Oh, would you look at that? They interrupted me. And see, I'm sorry if this is like pixelated. It's not gonna be like this because I want to bring high quality videos and high quality content to my channel. You know, so one thing that's important to me, and I'm going to be getting that soon, is Wi-Fi. I move at the end of the week, and we have Wi-Fi coming to our house, and the content's going to be better. And oh, and before I forget, for those of you who donated, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for everyone that donated to my PayPal and Patreon. For those of you that want to support the channel, there's going to be links in the description. There's links in the description of every video. If you're watching this on Facebook, I will put the links in the post or something. I'll figure out how to do it. I don't know. I don't do Facebook anymore, really. But what I'm talking about, guys, with this indoctrination of kids, it's starting younger. Cultural Marxism, I believe, is rooted in evil. Because When humans were born, when humans first existed, they had God, they had nature. There was no government. Government was man-created. You know, there was disparity across the world. There always has been. There will never be equal outcomes, and there never have been equal outcomes. And the left, they think that if there are just enough people in power, we can legislate equal outcomes in our society. We can make our society better. But that's rooted in evil, because it involves stealing, it involves social engineering, it involves physical, or genetic engineering, I guess you could call that, when you think about like how I guess men can get pregnant now. That's the doing of man. That's man trying to play God. Man trying to play God, which is wrong. That's wrong. Abortion, again, is wrong. These are all things that are stood for and celebrated by the left. I saw a commercial the other day where they were talking about Planned Parenthood, and they're saying like, give me my Planned Parenthood, pretty much, like, so I can F whoever I want. It's my body, my choice. I can do that. Promiscuity and that. They're pretty much selling that. That's propaganda. That's indoctrination. That is them controlling the information that you get. And the kids, they're starting it younger. They're starting it younger. They're taking God out of school. They're replacing it with, I guess, Islam. I don't know. They're replacing it with other stuff. When you get to college, that's where you're supposed to have your beliefs challenged, right? Well, they've shut down free speech at all the institutions. College is a big sham. And I went to school. I got all the college debt. It's a sham, I'm grateful for my degree and my experience, but college and what it's designed to do is program you. And that's what they have done. And that's what this walk away movement really stands for, believe it or not. Because what you're seeing play out and manifest in society is a correlation of taking God out of our culture, taking God out of our lives. And America was founded on God. When the settlers came here, when they decided to break away from that tyranny over in England, the King of England was King George or whatever, when they decided to come over here, it's because of Christianity. It's because they believed in freedom and liberty. And what we're seeing now is we're pulling further away from that. And there are people trying to stop it. And that's what this walk away movement really is about. It's not about walking towards something else. It's about recalibrating, redefining who you are, what you stand for, and ultimately getting on the good side, because it really is that simple. It's really that binary, good and evil. There's always been evil, and there's always been good people to stop the evil. Right? Slavery was done by bad people, evil people across the world. Not just in America, not just white people. Again, that stupid indoctrination of, elementary school, middle school, high school. They don't teach civics anymore. They teach black people to resent and hate white people. And then they teach white people to hate and resent black people. Actually, what they're teaching white people is to be guilty, to hate themselves. They're teaching white people self-hatred. And they're teaching black people and Hispanics and Arabs and Asians and gays. They're teaching everybody else that the bourgeoisie is the straight white male. And like I said, I want to bridge that divide, because you can't just have a society where someone's alienated. But somewhere along the lines in history, we went from looking at disparities as just, it's just a fact of life. Being human means there's suffering, there's pain, there's things that happen. But at some point in time, and I'm sure it pre-existed Karl Marx, at some point in time, we went from understanding that and believing in like divinity and God and all that. We went from that to saying it's someone else's fault that, people are dying. It's someone else's fault that someone doesn't have money. It's like we went from thinking that, okay, it's just human nature, it's life, to, yeah, it's someone else that's doing it. with someone else. You know, there's equality, inequality, therefore there's inequity. You know, like, that's not true. It's just simply not true. That's what they're teaching on the left. That's why you're having so much hatred, because people have bought into that, and we know these people. It's not like these are just random strangers on the street. Some of them are, but there are family, there are friends that used to be us, but we snapped out of it. It's like we found the vaccine. This is kind of funny. It's like, if I could use like a metaphor, it's like the zombie apocalypse. And we found the vaccine for the zombie apocalypse. We've taken it. You know, we haven't turned yet. Everyone else, some people have turned. We can't turn, we don't know how to turn them back. But that's pretty much what it is, guys. Like, people are, they've been indoctrinated to hate. They've been told to hate. But it's under the guise of, like, we're the side of civility. You need to go fight those racist, evil Republicans. If you see someone with a Donald Trump hat on, you go assault them. Like, think about the people in power that are preaching this stuff. Your Barack Obamas, your Maxine Waters, that crooked Hillary, hot sauce Hillary Clinton. You know, I don't want this video to be too much longer, guys, because it's dark and you guys aren't gonna be able to see me much longer. The sun has just set. But that's pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to plant that seed because I was really wondering where I should go from here as far as, like, after that video that I made, because that video it's trending beyond belief. I had no idea it was going to be like that. You know, I'm grateful for it, but I just didn't even know. Like, people have texted me, like, I saw your video, it was on Reddit, it's on Twitter, it's like everywhere. But I was wondering, like that's a tough act to follow. Where do I go from here? What's next? And do I go back to a normal channel and just kind of make political videos? I still want to do that because the good and evil transcends politics, but it also plays out in politics. You can see if something's right or wrong based on a policy, based on what they're talking about, based on who supports it, based on how it affects your life. Does it give you more freedom or less freedom? Because freedom is our birthright, and anybody that wants to take away your freedom or compromise that in any way, that is rooted in evil. So, you know, maybe I should continue making videos like that, or maybe we should continue this walk away thing. I don't want to necessarily make another video that just says walk away, but I really hope that, you know, my video being shared, I hope that reached a lot of people. I really hope that it inspired more people to walk away, or make a video about walking away, or start their own YouTube channel, because that's the thing. We want this to spread. We don't want the other side's message to spread. We don't want that to spread. We want this message to spread. So I'm really hoping that other people will be inspired by what I'm doing. And I know there's better channels. There's other people that are doing this on a much larger scale than myself. I really hope that those people are seeing this, and I really hope those people are able to use their influence to, you know, continue the movement. I don't think this needs to stop. I think this campaign is going to be ongoing. I really hope it starts in other countries. I want to see walk away UK, walk away Germany, walk away Italy, because the same things that we're dealing with in the United States, they're dealing with over there. You know, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I really was thinking about this past couple of days. It's been on my mind. I wanted to get it off my chest before the moment kind of slipped away. So, yeah, guys, I will catch you later. I really got to get off this beach. It is, you see that sunset. It's getting dark, but I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for everyone that supported. Again, I'm going to put links in the description. If you want to donate to my PayPal and Patreon, that will help with everything from getting a new phone to getting a new computer. Because once I have a new computer, game over. I will be making some of the best content. I promise you that. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Talk to you later. Peace.